What is this?
Trump.
Trump turned 20.
Yeah.
You're a Trump supporter.
No. It's only used
They gave us these wristbands right before we entered Mexico. We had to wear them to get food. If you didn't wear it, you got nothing. Everyone had to put it on, even if you didn't want to.
Do you hope to go back into the US in the future and start your life again?
Sí. Pues, pudiera yo ir
I wouldn't think twice. Life was safer over there, but I don't know how to get out of this. The truth is that living like this is extremely difficult. That's the truth. It's very difficult. Sometimes I sit and wonder what I'll do next, but there's no answer. That's the reality here in Mexico.
Just wanted to help you out a little bit. There's $200 for you.
Thank you, man.
Thanks.
All right.
Hi my loves, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. So a lot of people are actually sharing their deportation story, and it's really heartbreaking watching some of these videos. And one question still lingers in my mind when I watch some of these videos. What were you doing in a country for 30, 35, 25 years without having a plan? Like, you didn't think about deportation someday? You didn't think that without having documentation in this country that something might happen and you get deported? Because most of these videos are actually people who are able-bodied, working, healthy and all that, and all of a sudden they get deported for one reason or the other. And I just keep wondering, what was the plan? No, don't tell me you don't have a plan, because there definitely has to be a plan. Anyway guys, I have other clips. I'm just going to let them roll, then I'll come back with more commentary. Credit belongs to original creators of these videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's go watch.
Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing? For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ivan, aka Rayo de Yucatan. And for those of you who do know me, hello. I just wanted to come on here, guys, because today does mark a year of me being deported after living in the States for 36 years. That's something that I never knew would happen, but it did. It did, unfortunately. But it wasn't unfortunately because I knew what I was doing was wrong, guys. My situation is different than other people. I didn't self-deport. I got deported based on my actions, guys. Nobody did it to me but myself. I've taken accountability. I will always do that. Now, what does that do? That brings a lot of things. Accountability is hard, man. Me being deported the first couple months, guys, was hard for me. I cried. I yelled. I was mad at myself for everything that I had done, that I had put my wife and kids through. But over the year, guys, I've learned to deal with those things. I've learned to accept that, we are going to fall short. We are going to fail, but it's how we get up from it. And ever since I kind of got my mind situated in what I need to accomplish here in Mexico, I've been on a mission. And that mission is to be reunited with my family. And nobody or nothing will get me away from that. I thank God every day because God has given me a new outlook on life. I was glad enough to realize it at 38 years old. But this video is mostly directed to, to my wife and my kids. My beautiful wife, my juice, my Cesar, my beans, and my capucho. They've been with me through thick and thin, and they continue to be with me. But Mexico has shown me in the last year, man, it has humbled me so much. It's humbled me so much because I was used to comfort, commodities, all that stuff. But that stuff doesn't mean nothing to me now. It doesn't. It's been hard in the fact that being away from my family. Anything else, guys, like I've told you guys, I think I could deal with it. I could take it on, hey. But with this past year, this past year in Mexico has made me into a man where I feel like, what? God is putting me for a lot of things for a reason. He's putting me through these things, even though I caused it. But now I look at it like whatever comes my way, man, I got this. My wife got this. It's hard to accept the consequences of your actions. That's the hardest thing I've had to deal with. And I deal with it every day, waking up, not being close to them. It's hard. But I love Mexico because even though I was born here, I didn't grow up here. But it's taught me so much in the last year, man. It's taught me that there is good people out there. There is beautiful people. And every day I pray to be a better husband, better father, better son, better friend, better person overall. That's what I strive to be. I don't strive to have the best car. I don't strive to have the nicest things. But I still got a long road ahead of me. But I know what our end goal is here in Mexico. I just feel the hardest thing for me is being away from my family. It's not something you get over overnight. I still miss them as much as the first day. That's something that just keeps building in me. I can't let them go. And that's what I'm fighting from. But Mexico's taught me how to be resilient, how to be brave, how to know what I want out of life. And I don't mean materialistic things. Family, spiritualness, like peace, happiness. That's what I refer to. Now, don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean I don't want a nice car, a nice home. But I just wanted to share that with you guys right now, and kind of just tell people. Actions have consequences. Don't run away from them. if you know what you're doing, just make sure you stand on it. I say always practice what you preach. And that's one thing I will live on. But, I just wanted to make a quick message. And, it's very emotional every day for me. It really is. I know I'm always happy and bubbly and stuff, but it's hard. It's hard. But I just wanted to come on here and just say, thank y'all for following me and my wife and my kids in this journey. We got a lot ahead to, to show you guys that it can be done. If anybody needs help, reach out to us. Shoot, I'm still going through it, but I know I will make it. Me and my wife will make it. We got a lot of goals to achieve still. We got a lot of goals, and it's not time for us to end this. No, man. But babe, I love you, mi amor. To my kids, I'm gonna show y'all. Your dad loves y'all, no matter what. But I appreciate y'all, guys. I want to talk about a quick recap today. Mexico, we got this, guys. Have a great night.
My name is Danny. I was deported after 23 years of living in the U.S.
My name is Carlos. I relocated, self-deported, whatever term you want to use, back to Mexico after living in the U.S. for 23 years. The funny part is we both went to the United States in 2001, crossed the border illegally, lived in the U.S. for 23 years, and now we're back in Mexico, in Puerto Vallarta, Jalisco.
So we each have our own accounts, and we're all both talking about what it's like living in Mexico after so long. But so many people have asked for us to start a joint account, so we decided to do it.
We've been asked several times to start a TikTok together, and we finally decided to do it. So him and I are together just about every day. Well, not lately because he's been slacking on the gym, but when he's on his game, we're usually together every day, and we decided to just go ahead and start a TikTok page together. Some of you follow him, some of you follow me, and we're going to showcase a different side of Mexico together. What are your goals with this account, and what would you like to show people as we do content together?
So we're going to eat a lot of food. Try a lot of things that we haven't tried because we are too lazy to do it. But now that we have each other to hold each other accountable, we got to do it.
Aside from food, another thing that I want to do is potentially be able to help people from the city. And not only like people, like local vendors and things like that, and support local vendors, but also Danny has always had the idea of helping animals, stray dogs. So hopefully we can generate some interest with our account and reach those goals as we venture out together and try new things here in Puerto Vallarta as a couple.
As a couple.
Anyways, as a couple of guys, that's what I meant. Anyways, what's a fun fact about you other than the fact that you like BBC?
What?
Big, beautiful conchas. You know the pan dulce?
Oh. I didn't know that's what they called them.
What's the fun fact about Danny? So we've been waiting for 2 minutes. He can't think of a fun fact about himself.
I have a son.
A fun fact about Danny, he has a son. A fun fact about me is I've never thrown up in my life. Never. I never have.
That's a bullshit lie. There's no way.
I've never thrown up in my life. Not as far as I can remember. So.
Oh, okay.
Well, so as far as I can remember, I've never thrown up. So for me, I've never thrown up in my life. All right, he thought about a fun fact.
Fun fact about me. I almost died, and I didn't know how close. Oh, wait. I can't say that. Can I?
Yeah, you can say unalived. Oh, no, you can say I almost died.
I almost got unalived because my appendix ruptured when I was 18. So that's a fun fact about me.
Danny's a miracle, baby. Anyways, hey, this is Puerto Vallarta. We are actually on the bottom of the bridge. To get away from people, man. You just never know who's listening. Anyways, follow us for fun content, food content. What else are we doing, Danny? Oh, new places. We're going to travel around Puerto Vallarta and other locations around the city.
Maybe even travel Mexico. Who knows?
Yeah, you never know. I mean, we'll see how this account, well, how far this account takes us. Anyways, any closing statements?
Statements?
Yeah, that. English is my second language.
No, it's not. Just follow us, all right? It'll be worth it.
All right.
One stupid mistake cost me everything. I'm a tattoo artist here in Tijuana. I've been here for 10 years. I got deported in 2015 and I served a 20-year sentence out of a 29 to life. At the time, I didn't realize what a waste of time of life, I just didn't care, but that was just how I lived in a gang culture. But now that I'm free and I've been living this life and I can look back, man, I can't even believe somebody would do that kind of lifestyle. It's a total waste, man. Total waste of life being a gang member or a criminal. Living a decent life and working for a living and having a good life and enjoying life, that's the beautiful thing about life. People can change. People can change the way they live. People can change their lifestyle, man. I'm a living proof, and you know what? Today I look at all that stuff and I can't stand it. And enjoy your life, man. God bless.
I'm going to say something very controversial, but just hear me out. But a lot of these deportations are actually blessings in disguise. And let me explain. A lot of people are going to end up getting deported and realize how much better life is outside the US. I've gotten so many comments and messages from you guys saying things like, yo, I got deported 10 years ago and I feel free. Life here is so much better. I don't even know why my parents left. And I've been telling you guys for years, the USA is on the decline. The USA is going downhill. USA is not the move anymore. But I just don't understand your guys' obsession and need to want to live in the USA. There's a whole world out there. O sea, a huevo quieren vivir en Estados Unidos. The USA doesn't want you guys. The USA is going downhill economically, morally. We are literally watching an empire crumble before our eyes. The American dream that you're desperately chasing, you will never have. But then again, I just don't understand your guys' need and obsession with wanting to live in the USA when there's a whole world out there. The USA has really indoctrinated you into believing that it's the best country in the world. But anyways, you couldn't pay me to live in the US, but I digress. Let me know what you guys think.
I know how painful deportation can really be for a lot of people, getting separated from your family or your friends, your co-workers. Like, you have built a life in a particular country for years, okay, hoping that things will get better, hoping that life will be better for you and all that, and all of a sudden, you know, those things just sweep away, okay. Life was good, you were enjoying good security, good housing, you know, food and all of that, and all of a sudden those things just disappear. From nowhere, I picked you up and deported you back to your country. That can really be one of the most saddest things for anybody in this life, okay? Because all your life you have built it somewhere. But one thing that is sure is that most of these people sharing their stories right now are people who didn't take, you know, plan B's seriously. They are people who didn't really think while acting, and some of them saying that, you know, I regret my action. That is where accountability steps in. I'm happy that some of them are taking, you know, accountability for their actions, because you have people who actually end up blaming the government that sent them out of their country, other than blaming themselves for living in a country for 35 years without caring, without thinking, without even, you know, finding a way to get documented in that particular country. So sometimes I really, you know, feel that they would have taken their time to find a better means of staying back in that country. And now it's going to affect children, it's affecting families. Like, the kids will be the ones at the receiving end. They were born into a particular system that provide like different things for them, give them everything, and all of a sudden this whole thing is being taken away from them. Then they go to school, meet friends, you know, they have gotten used to the system already. They have gotten used to their friends, their network, their neighbors, right? And all of a sudden this is being taken away from them, and it can be depressing, right? So these children might not be able to really, you know, articulate how much pain they're going through, but you as a parent, you already know. So it's very important that as people, you cannot just be causing pain in the life of other people when you have choices and chances. For 35 years, you can't tell me it was not Trump in 35 years, right? So you cannot tell me you didn't find a way to get documented in the country. Because deportation can really be painful, okay? You would have found a way to really get documented, become a citizen of that country, and stay back there. Or even get a PR, like anything that can keep you there legally, okay? And also avoid crime, avoid, you know, things that will cause you harm at the end of the day. Because when the country see that you're not documented, yet you're causing, you know, a lot of issues for them, you have caused a lot of issues in the past, or you are still causing issues, they will definitely find a way to take you out. And the only way they can do that is to deport you, because they are trying to manage their own citizens. Now you're bringing your own issues from your country, staying in this country, and you're staying undocumented. The next thing for them will be to let you go. And that's what we're seeing now play out, okay, in the life of a lot of people, okay, crying out and talking about it and all that. And your spouse as well, for some of them who got married to US citizens. So you have your spouse has to choose if they want to join you in your new country, or they have to stay back in the US, okay, without having documentation. That's really painful, right? So I feel that people should, you know, when you're in a country, start thinking about plan B. One, if you don't want to become a citizen of that country, at least get documented. Like, have a good document that can keep you in that country. Secondly, have a plan B. Okay, have a plan B that would, when you go back to your own country, you meet a good house. Because some of you go back and you're showing us roofs that have been there for like decades without any, good thing coming out of it, right? So some of you need to, have a plan B, have plans to make your, your place better, make your country better, make your country home, better. But some of you don't have such plans, and that is why we have so many people coming online crying, and some people do not even want to face deportation at all, or even go back to their home country because of how that place is. You cannot be earning lots of money at the end of the month, and you can't even bring out $3,000 to go back home and fix the roof of your house, clean the place, put somebody there that can be taking care of the house, okay, cleaning the house and all that. I have a country home. I don't live in my country. I don't have a country home, and you guys need to, like, if you, one of these days, maybe when we travel, you need to see my country home. We have people there taking care of the place, and we have a very well built house. Like, we can always go back home, sit down in our houses, and Christmas period, we go back home. We go back home during festive period. Everybody come back from every walks of life, come back home. We eat together, celebrate together. We don't live in other people's house. We have comfortable house, okay, very comfortable house, okay, that befits where we are coming from, the city, right? So it baffles me that some people don't even think about that. I don't know, but I feel that culture wise, I think is one of those things, because when you're living abroad, people like expect you to have a standard home back home in the village, right? So that thing has also prompted my dad to think about it and like, oh, I need to get a country home, and that country home serves everybody. You come back home with your in-laws, your friends, like you can literally invite anybody back home because there is room enough to take them. So people should actually have a plan B, because even when my parents retire, they have to come back home and stay in that place, right? So all these things are things you need to plan for. You can't live abroad forever, okay, in another man's country forever. No, you have to plan for your own self. Anyway, guys, let me wrap it up here. Let me know what you are thinking in comments. Credit belongs to original creators of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye.